The Pacers will play just this one game on the road before returning back to Indiana. It's been a tremendous beginning to the new season. They are now 5-1.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gator. Cavaliers trailing.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And Shumpert kicks to James. He feeds it to Irving. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Varejao comes in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. It's tipped. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Thomas is running.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Shumpert dishes to Thompson. Out to Shumpert. Shot clock at 5. The shot from 20 feet away. Here's Varejao, and the rejection by Mahinmi. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball, and the shot is good from Stuckey.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
James kicks to Williams. Good, and the assist goes to James.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pacers leading by 3. They set the pick. Inside, here's George. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. Now here's Williams. Jefferson, a screen on Thomas. Thompson outside. Down low. 14 feet away. And he gets the jumper to drop. And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it.
They set the pick. Thomas kicks to George. The shot misses. Nice D from Varejao. Here's Shumpert. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Pacers leading by 3. Stuckey with it. Williams picks him up. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Paul George. And so Stuckey nails both of them. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Williams has got 5.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Stuckey outside. Launches a 3. And there's Miles. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. Here's Williams. talked to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong. Another good look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And Mo Williams subbed in for Smith. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And Thomas subbed in for Hill. Irving is out there with Mo Williams. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Jefferson's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Pacers also with a sub. Hill's checked in. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. And here is Williams, following the three-pointer by Freak. Passes it to Williams. Thompson, a screen on Thomas. Indiana's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Stuckey with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Thomas against Williams. Thomas goes in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert. The Pacers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. The first one falls.
When's the last time I hit the rim?
And both free throws good for Thomas. Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went Clark 15 and 26 on the year, and it crushed them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
Now here's Stuckey, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. There's the bucket. Good. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
It's a pick by Love, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
And for the Pacers, perhaps the biggest loss of the season for them was on the road. Couldn't get it done in Memphis on the final day of the season to try and get into the postseason.
Shumpert, soft touch off the glass. Shumpert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
That's good for George on the assist by Thomas. And it's 9 points here for George.
Well, here's a little factoid about the Pacers on the road last season, guys. They were much better shooting free throws on the road. The difference between their road and home free throw percentage was the largest positive mark in the league. That's kind of strange.
Now here's Shumpert. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Stuckey drives inside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Outside Williams, and here's Love for 3. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pacers lead by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
All right, Kevin, here with Coach Frank Vogel. And, Coach, things were going your way early in this ball game, but you let them climb back in it. What broke down?
Well, we started the game exhibiting championship-level passing, which is what we're preaching. And we got a lot of good looks, got an early lead. We didn't pay attention to their strength. That's how they got back in the game.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. To begin with, we're shooting the ball at a very good percentage. And the way to keep that going is to continue to work the ball around and find good looks, open looks. Don't get away from that. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Did a very solid outing for George. 9 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And it's Williams in for Smith. And some changes here for the Pacers. On the court right now for the Pacers. Thomas in at point guard. Mahinmi is out there with Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Miles in at the 3 spot.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
You really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And the shot is good. 13 points for Kyrie Irving. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by James. Stuckey kicks to Thomas. Hill sets the screen for Thomas. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Shot's good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Thomas with the ball. 7 points in the game. Here's Stuckey. Puts up the baby hook. And stolen by Williams. Feeds to LeBron. And that one's good. Now it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the W.
Hill sets the screen for Thomas. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Thomas got 9.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Pacers trail by 5. Hill, a screen on Irving. Inside. Indiana moving the ball around. Irving against Thomas. To the paint. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Williams, that's good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Thomas passes to Stuckey. Just 3 on the clock. Misses. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Cleveland ahead, leading by 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Boys. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys.
The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for J.R. Smith. Thomas checked in for Indiana. The forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Mo Williams out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Pacers trail by 6. Thomas down low. He's covered by Irving. Thomas kicks to Hill. Ellis dishes to George. It goes straight through with the swish. George has got 12 now in this quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
All right, Doris, thanks. Irving, good. Irving's got 23 points.
Has he risen to the challenge down the stretch for what, 3 or 4 here in the fourth?
Allen, a screen on Irving. And Thomas, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Outside Irving. LeBron outside. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to Smith. The feed to Mozgov. Mozgov, a screen on George. That's a 2 from Smith. Offensive rebound. Mozgov passes to Smith. James outside. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Tristan, what was Coach's focus for this team coming into tonight's game?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Tristan, thank you. Kevin, sometimes you've just got to light the fire.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoy.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hot as ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now, Now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
I think for the Pacers, what a start to the season it's been for them. I mean, it has taken them no time to find that rhythm. They have looked fantastic from day one.
And, Greg, we knew they had potential, but thought it would take a while. What's been surprising is how quickly they've made it happen.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forwards. And he's checked in for LaVoy Allen. And Thomas subbed in for George Hill. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Back to Ellis. On the wing, George. Covered by Barnes. George, no good. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
Pass to Thomas. Shoots it up. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Here's George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Hill. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
First free throw is good.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miles is checked in. Here's Stuckey, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Stuckey's got his first 2 points.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Here's Barbosa. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Utah Jazz.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Warriors leading by 6. Thompson outside. Barbosa against Thomas. Thomas with the block. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. Tipped away. Thomas with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Mahinmi dishes to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Here's Mahinmi. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Thompson. Goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Barnes.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Well, with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find.
Pacers trail by 5.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Curry against Thomas. Curry passes to Thompson. Spates with a screen on Stuckey. The drive by Thompson. Curry wide open. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got his second basket of the game. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Thomas kicks to Stuckey. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. And Hill has it in the corner. Allen dishes to Thomas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Stuckey passes to Thomas. There's the feed to Hill. And stolen by Barnes. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. Number 1, the Pacers.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lane.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Shot clock at 5. Stuckey into the lane. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 4th in steals, 9th in scoring, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And back to what you said, I mean, he stealth like a ninja. You had the ball, now you don't. And you never saw him coming.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor. And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Curry with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Curry, good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pacers trail by 6. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. And Miles kicks to Mahinmi. Thomas against Thompson. And Thomas, here we go. The Warriors pull it in, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
That one misses. Hill with 1 on the clock. No good. And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead, up 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
Okay, let's get it together, guys. We're not that far out of it, and it's not going to take much to get this building going again. Listen up. We need to operate more as a unit than as individuals at the offensive end. Let me see an extra pass or two. That'll get us shooting the ball much better than we did in the first half. And I like how active we've been on defense, especially in the open court. Steals are a big part of what we're trying to do today, and they've been coming. Okay, in terms of pace, let's keep things moderate next half. Turning this game into a track meet might hurt us more than it will help us. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
It's been a very solid outing for George. He has 11 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And so it's Indiana with it. They trail by 7. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an interconference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Hill. And it's Allen in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz did some really solid work on the floor. He had 6 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Here's Curry. Back to Green. Here's the 3. Good. Green's got 10.
And for Steph Curry,
Mahinmi's checked in for Lavoy Allen. Solomon Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Thomas subbed in for Hill. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Curry.
And, you know, when you think back when Curry came into the league, the question was, is he just a scorer? Or can he play point guard? Well, I think he's more than answered those concerns, and he's gotten a lot better with his decision-making as he's now starting to limit his turnover.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Testis Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. 4 on the clock. Thomas. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Outside Hill. Stuckey kicks to Thomas. Shoots it. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
Poke loose. And here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. Finishes the break with a slam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Spates sets a screen. Barbosa dishes to Spates. Hill gets the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's Ezeli, and it's denied. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Thomas kicks to Stuckey. Barbosa with the steal. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Miles. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Pacers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. So both teams making some changes here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Nobody near Barnes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Warriors lead by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Just checked in for Hill. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Indiana trailing here. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. They'll get out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Back to George.
Sticking too much.
6 to shoot to take the lead, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
At the line for your Pacers, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that ties the game up. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. His message, don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
All right, Doris, thanks. Thompson passes to Curry. Logan sets a screen for Curry. Oh, and they take the lead. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Allen, a screen on Thompson. Thomas gets to Allen. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Allen's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Pacers. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thomas kicks to George. Back to Thomas. Hill, a screen on Thompson. And Thomas, here we go. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Thomas against Curry. Kicks it to Thompson. Back to Curry. Money!
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game by fouling. Every time, fellas. We need to rush.
George, that's a 2-pointer. But they recover it. Hill, off the left rim and out.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Here's Curry, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And now, let's hear it for your Eastmates.
.11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Allen dishes to Ellis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lavoy Allen. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one, and that puts them up by 5. At the elbow, it's George. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. It's good.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. It's hotter than anyone else.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold
okay?
up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger. You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa,
You
okay,
love it,
all
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you gotta say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right, but blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
Oh, man. Anthony Davis. One of the most unique talents in the NBA. I see a lot of myself in him. I can't wait to face him and see if I can get the upper hand. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's the ultimate test to see where my game is at right now. And I live for these moments. So bring it on, Brow.
We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Last game for the Pelicans. For New Orleans, Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Anderson comes in for Tyreek Evans. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. And so in the game for the Pacers, Thomas, he's in at the point. Mahimi is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Miles in at the 3-set. And he misses the fast break layup. Pelicans leading by 7. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Shoots. Thomas gets the bucket. Thomas got his first basket.
The Pelicans call timeout. Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
New Orleans leading by 5. Cole, the pass to Ajinça. Cole dishes to Davis. There's the screen. From the baseline. Buries the jump shot. Davis has got 15.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
In the corner, Stuckey with it. Outside Thomas. Pick up by Hill. Thomas kicks to Stuckey. Shot clock at 5. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Stuckey's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Thomas. Pass to Pondexter. Lets it go with the 3. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Well, that's got to wear on you.
Cole, the pass to Pondexter. Davis with a screen on Stuckey. And Anderson has it in the corner. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
And guys, let's take a look at how the Pelicans performed last month. First in rebounding, first in assists, And they're also ranked number 2 in scoring points in transition. This is a team that really pushes the ball ahead and tries to score before the defense gets set.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
Outside Thomas. Fires from the line. Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And here's a look at the stats for Hill. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 9 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And it's tied up with that one. And the Pelicans making a change here. Perkins is checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Perkins with a screen on Thomas. Davis goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
Stuckey kicks to Thomas. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Thomas got 5 now.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Pacers out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus. Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Thomas, he's in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Allen. Then there's Hill, and it's Ellis in at the 2. Got a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic did some really solid work on the floor. He finished with 8 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside Thomas. Pulls up on the wing.
It's sticking too much.
And Hill throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Here's Cole. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
Here now, a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. And you look at Anderson, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Here's Cole. He's guarded by Thomas. Davis with a screen on Stuckey. Out to the right wing. Here's Cole. The three-pointer is right on target. Cole's got 8 points in the quarter.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.